Today we're going to create a stunning DIY halter neck dress that is perfect for any occasion and that is perfect for anyone. So when it comes to sewing garments, I know that some people face challenges, especially when you have envisioned what it's going to look like and then it doesn't turn out to look like that. But today's tutorial will be direct. This is a style we'll be creating, and it has a bow tie at the back. Don't look at the mannequin. The mannequin is unrealistic. A realistic body is not like that. So this is what we're going to be doing. This is a style. But for this tutorial, we'll be making use of crepe and Ankara. You know I love Ankara. I love Ankara so much. And we'll also be making use of your lining, your boning channel, your sewable boning. We'll be making use of that too. So let's go over to the tutorial. But before we go, hi, my name is Okay. You're welcome to my channel. If today is the first time you're seeing this channel, please do it to subscribe, like, and share. Please like my video so it sends an algorithm to YouTube. It helps my algorithm and it tells YouTube to send it to other people who will find it useful. So let's go over to the tutorial. So I've gone ahead to create my basic measurements. So I've done waist to bust point, waist, shoulder to bust point, shoulder to waist, and the armhole measurement. So what we're going to be doing is we'll be taking the direct measurement. So for this neckline, we're making use of 3 by 3. So 3 for the width and 3 for the depth. Then we'll curve the neckline. So then we'll take the armhole measurement. You know how to take your armhole measurement. You come by 1 inch and then you divide the armhole by 2. Take at the midpoint of that division by 2, you come in by half an inch. So if you have watched my previous video, you should be able to see that this is what I normally do when taking the armhole measurement. Or if you have watched our basic bodies, this is what I normally do when taking the armhole measurement. So we'll be doing a princess dart. So for the princess dart, we'll be taking your nipple to nipple divided by 2. For this, we're taking 3.5 for the nipple to nipple measurement, and then we'll go in by half an inch. So half an inch on both sides. And if your bust is really big, because this is a small bust, please do 1 inch on both sides. So you connect that your nipple to nipple measurement from the waist to the bust point, and then you also connect the half an inch dart, like to create the dart leg. So that's what you're going to do. You can go ahead to connect that bust point line to the half side. So you see that point you took your armhole measurement, you connect it there. So now we want to take the armhole measurement, knowing it's princess that we want to take it to avoid gaping. So since it's halter neck, to avoid gaping, you come down by 1.5 inch, and then you connect that point to also the to the bust point. So you'll be connecting that to the bust point. Then we need to extend it out. So we extend it to avoid shortage of the armhole measurement. So you extend it out like this by 1 inch or 1.5 inch, and then you curve it. You first curve it to meet that the measurement. So when you're taking the armhole measurement, there was a measurement you took, which is the bust divided by 4. So you curve it there. So now we'll start taking the measurement. So your waist divided by 4 is 7.5, which is 37.5. We have 1 inch for the dart. So we added the 1 inch and the allowance I'm keeping is 1.5. So we'll do the same for the bust. We're already taking the bust measurement. So we're going to also take that 2.5 as the allowance. So what next to be doing here is, so I want to curve it to meet this point. So you get, I want to just curve it to meet this point. So this is not needed. All these points are not needed. So we have this. So we have the halter neck. If you look at the measurement or the picture of the halter neck, you see that it's wide. So you can take between 1.5 to 2 inch. But for here, I'm doing 2 inch. So you mark 2 inch and you have to curve this point to meet the armhole measurement. So you are curving it out to meet the armhole measurement. So now you see, so let me put it like this. So I cut it for for a purpose so that you can see when we are curving it how it's going to look like. So you just slantly, do a dotted line to just connect it down to the armhole measurement. Now you see that part is not really going to show your bust. You see the way I'm doing it here. Mine is not going to show your bust because you'll be adding. Now I'm giving you this tutorial if you want to make yours with a back, like a short side, your back side, you want to make it with a back, just from the armhole down to the waist. So it will work if you're making it from the armhole to the waist. Your bust is not going to show anything. So you do that and then you can cut it out. So as you can see, you see that there is an allowance. There's an allowance, so it will not be gaping at this point. So we just have 2 inch. So this is if you don't want yours to have a back. Now this would require you to have a back because when you finish sewing it, that part, there is a point where you're supposed to join to extend it to the back. Now that part is missing, hence that part is going to just stand out. So you see the armhole part where you need to join from that armhole down to the waist for the back. If you don't join it, it will just stay like that and it will be gaping like that. It won't relax, it won't look fine. Actually, let me just say it's not going to look fine. So all you need to do is you have to slant it in to meet the halter neck up. So you have to slant it in, and with this is going to show your bust. So you see, if you are going to, if your bust is between 38 upward, please, I would, and you don't want to show your bust, I would subscribe that you do a back part of this. But if you know that you don't care, you want to show some cleavage at the side because your side is actually going to open with what I'm going to do, please, if you know you don't want to show your bust, don't do this part. Just stop at the first part and do a back measurement, because I don't want it to show gaping. I actually cut it out for mine because the bust I'm working it is with bust 34. You see that is very small. So you can actually extend it up a bit for like 3 inches, and then you can curve that 3 inches to meet the armhole measurement, or to meet that outer neck, the other first part of the outer neck. So you'll be seeing what I'll be doing. Just watch what I'm doing. If you want it to get to the waist point, you can actually do it like that. If you want it to get to 3 inch before the waist, you can actually do it like this, but you have to curve it. So while you're curving it out and while you're starting it to make it look beautiful, you're going to cut a part out. So that part you are cutting, even with the allowance and everything, when you sew it, your side of the boobs is going to show. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't want the side of the boobs to show, please go ahead and sew the first part. So with this, you can keep trying to slant out. You can keep, I'm just trying not to slant it out a bit. So you can keep slanting out so that when you join it, it is going to look fine. If I'm pushing it in, that means it will show more. So the more you cut it in, the more your side is actually going to show. So you see that mannequin I said is unrealistic at the beginning. It's actually unrealistic because when you put it on your mannequin, you have to like pin some parts so that it will relax fine. But mindful that the side is actually going to show. So if you feel your client is going to rock it perfectly well, you can go in and cut it. You can keep going in to cut it. So for the down part, it's just a regular down part. It's just a skirt. I lost the video. I didn't, when I was moving it from one phone to the other, I didn't move this part, so I deleted it out. So all you need to do is to get the allowance we added was 1.5 inch. So it's just like a basic skirt, your waist with 1.5 inch, waist to hip. Then at the hip, waist to hip measurement point, you would take your hip measurement divided by 4 and 1.5 inch, and then you can slant it down. So you can either slant it down or slightly curve it in or slightly slant it out. So depending on the choice of your client, for that is a straight cut. So that's why I'm making it straight from the hip. That is actually a straight cut. It's not a pencils down. So it's a straight cut. That's why I'm making it straight from the hip. So we have come to the end of this tutorial. Please do it to subscribe, like, and share. On to the next tutorial. So the next tutorial will be the joining of it. So I had to like split it because it's actually very, very long tutorial, and I don't want you watching a very long tutorial. So I would do the second part, which is the sewing part. So until next time, bye.